could you lie to my face? People claim that they be royal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many L's, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty use a music, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many times to be worried I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the J's. On the road, this was crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up and look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, now my problems, let me I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys in a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys in a Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the Emerald, so I better kill them all. Rogue One, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a thing with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting
He lost
beat
by
down.
3 points.
Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. What state prop you looking bleak now? I was home to sleep, designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak they listen. Couldn't find it, so she fishing. Who the crew, it wasn't true. I know it's true cause you look like the opposition. Run it up. Greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys in a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys in a Shawshank.
I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm real. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? Rap for your bro, for your poster, pop it.
Bro, I'm still waiting on him.
Look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend. Sweet, this sugar, one man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn it out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. 10 steps instead. Snooze, I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or up bed. Do what you can to do, make your next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just flow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My journey cold is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just throw my wheel. I keep it so for real. I'm giving it soldier chills. My journey cold is chill.
Hello?
Cameron, did you call?
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me. No conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Lost my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash. They slept on the team, now they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's Just know that they keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the jets, the coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash.
The Mario.
Gas, I will not crash.
You trying to cheat for me?
Dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard.
Yeah.
Honey yard, dash.
I think it's GC3. Yeah, I could send you the link.
Yeah, I just
I
ran
got
a
that
check
late.
up on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people.
Because he already started off and said, I'm about to bust his ass. I was like, damn.
Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest as we welcome.
Whoa.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I copy, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle this. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, deal with that.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
You get it? I must have playing Call of Duty. I'm ready to hurry this up. Got school in the morning.
Yellow, 180.
This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Done! 53! Mike, 53! Let's go!
Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Calvin Ridley more than justified his 1st-round selection in 2018. 64 catches as a rookie and found the end zone 10 times. Did a nice job getting open right there and picking up a 1st down.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, it's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Agba. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the 1st quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
Let's see if they do that. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
I ain't gonna do it.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Nah, you got to remember,
really
it's
good
delayed.
Pickup
So
of 28 yards.
So it doesn't even matter. I already knew the ball was going half the time. It's just not, I'm just not executing.
Mike 50, Mike 50. 81, 81. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
From the red zone now, Wentz.
He caught it!
It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 9th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And they got the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Right, he got an OD team.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Can't get no kick returns easy.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be and I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so they'll leave them with 2nd and a yard. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now it's Mixon running right. Able to push his way through. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Yeah.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So here's a 1st and 10
I mean, technically
at the 38. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Everson Griffin. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. After the sack on 1st down, Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Yellow, let's go on, Eddie. You must be dreaming. 51's the mark, 51's the mark. Check. Hey, 57.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. That was going to let it go deep right sideline. And this is going to be hauled in. Oh, what a catch at the 10. A big play there for KC. 50s.
Right? Bro, look at the thing, bro. Bro, you gotta look at that. You gotta rewind it and see what I did. That's why you had to pause it.
Seven yards.
Who?
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's because he is cheating.
They come out here in the eye. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Yellow, let's go on, Eddie. Here we go.
There's a carry for the fullback. That's Anthony Sherman. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll let the fullback try and pick it up. This is Anthony Sherman. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
So you saw it too, okay. And how was that a 1st down?
Let him know.
Mahomes now on the sneak. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the
that catch I had, though. That catch I had was something crazy, though. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, man. They rooting for me for real. They in the comments wilding. It's going to be a big upset if I win. But
so
I don't even have Tyreek.
7 now as they kick it away.
Nah, well, they were. Because when he first, everybody first saw that team, they was like, nigga, what the fuck?
Over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On second down, it's Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
That was the best catch ever.
Vikings.
Like,
does it at a high level,
he caught it over the receiver, and he got 2 feet down at the 10-yard line. Because I just threw it up. I was like, whatever, man. I'm losing this game anyway. Good catch. It's one of those, oh, my God, oh, my God. But, I mean, I did use your catches, so.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
I see that.
Snap coming at 1. Now wins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Wentz going to throw. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Wentz.
Let's go, man.
He goes down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the
sideline. Niggas do not want me to get no returns.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Mahomes to throw. This is caught by Williams. And they get to
he
it
complaining.
After a gain of 6 to the 46. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Just nobody expects me to run the ball. That's why.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Mahomes now to throw.
Oh, my God. He must have hit it.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
I did something specifically
right.
for
3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
No, I wasn't about nervous. I just had to
Here
throw
the
it quick.
Vikings now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
Yes, Kareem Hunt as his backup.
Have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And
yeah, he's cheating, man.
You, try and score when given the opportunity.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. And he's got some space here. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards on the ground. So all of a sudden with that run, maybe now a chance for points here.
It's a total mind shift, isn't it? Because what you were saying before was, hey, let's just get out of here, get the half over with. Instead, we can get some points now.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He's going to look for Beckham. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Okay, my game is lagging because I've been pressing X to start up the play.
Kelsey, the intended receiver.
That's not on
logic.
me.
It's a tie game.
When you look back at this thing, you're going to see it just lag.
To get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
They'll let it go deep for Beckham. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
I don't know.
And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into a few.
Bro, what is going on? My game is lagging.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of
yardage.
Bro,
this shit is just ODing me right
now. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now Mahomes. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Darren Lee.
The Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run.
Darren Lee.
They'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards that time. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, looks like the Jets still on. That's crazy.
See, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half.
Must be stuck.
What do they have that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
So I just saw a video of how someone figured out how to exploit Modern Warfare.
Really? Already?
Yep.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Keep on saying there's no skill-based matchmaking, but there is. Bro, this dude, you know what reverse boosting is?
Not exactly.
Basically, like, killing
Working from the gun, Wentz. He's going to let this one go deep.
So, like,
and that is incomplete.
Super bad.
Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Did that for a few
Charles,
games.
tie game here.
And
what are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football.
This nigga started going fucking off. I'm talking about with a sniper rifle. This man hit like a rolling Superman, all headshots touch.
On second and 10.
It was just because it was that easy, because they were that bad.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
That shit's crazy. It's making me kind of want to do it. Like, I don't care about my KD.
Wentz now on first down.
Yeah, I don't want to do it.
And he's got this down to the 35. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
That looked like so much fun.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
All recorded in only time span of 5 hours.
Back to the ground. This time Cook. He spins free. And
Wait,
he's
what?
able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
30 seconds worth of clips.
They can't get hurt.
They run again.
They can't get hurt.
Cook. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
The injury is 0 or is it?
To the outer third of the field, but they could not seal that edge and lost yardage.
And I love how you brought that up because sealing the edge is often a function of.
Oh, well, that means they're going to get hurt immediately.
Scrimmage, oftentimes a tight end, maybe your H-back.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Morris Claiborne.
That's technically what that dude did because his brother was the Bills last year and ended up saying, I'm out. No, the other league got ended because they figured out the salary cap was gone. And somebody went and made 5 trades.
About set to begin this drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly
start playing
what
to
we
win
just
and
saw
not
there. Pick up
to
the
not
first
lose.
down.
Playing at 3-4.
Back to Mixon on
Bro,
first down.
I don't know what the heck. It will say previous reconnected.
Behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I can't, man.
Yellow. Attack, attack. H3, 218, chopper.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Eluding the press. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I don't know. This nigga is always there.
Yet again, what else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes.
Bro, are you
and he's going to go down again. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Fielded at about the 28. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing is Wentz. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Flying in to blow that play up, Alex Okafor. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
To try again after the sack. Wentz. Open here, Adam Thielen.
It is.
They'll get
laggy.
9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
I might have to just take my phone off. I don't know what the hell is going on.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now this time, Wentz will throw. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Of course it is.
He's checking.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz.
Let's go!
And that is incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close,
too late now.
You got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Again, it's Mixon. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Tackle made by Emerson Griffin. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Throwing on second down, Mahomes.
Oh, man.
And he's just going to get rid
I
of
can't.
this
I don't have
thing.
any.
No
I can't
here.
move
He
up.
throws it away, and now it's third.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
How did he know? How did he know that?
He's going to be stopped behind the line.
And my lineman can't hold a block for nothing,
but
man.
He didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back.
What?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. They run it again with Cook. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. To throw is Wentz. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. First down, here's the run with Cook. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Wentz to throw. Flush to his right. This one caught by Ridley. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean,
you gotta be kidding me!
It's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Chris Jones in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly
not
kick
a field goal. He's not risking it for nobody. Yeah, he not.
So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season,
that
once
catch
in the
was
playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Vikings, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Mario get off.
I got off. I only lost 10-7, bro. This dude had an OD squad, so.
Time to bring the bass bird. Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience.
You know what that is?
Swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they try to shit like Ray Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Hey, I know we the ones that ain't them. Move both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they cool down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him better. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a setter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a faucet. Took over the game, now he all in. I was down in the chips.
That's a dude in my league. I'm at it.
Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm P-Lo, time to bring the bass bird.
Skills.